This is the W.O.T, and happy birthday, World of Tanks. Nice 4 years, I've been here for one. I think it was 1 year in February. So I did show up for the third year, which was the runway in that direction, line of tanks, the garage behind, and then a shipyard over there. I kind of like the idea of an Italian square. Interesting place, but flags of different countries just to kind of show off how big they've gotten and how many countries they're actually in. Let's see here. Leaves. I mean, I was on earlier today, but this wasn't here. Yeah, it just looks nice. I kind of want to see, though, how does the TOG interact with the rest of this? Oh, so close. I was kind of hoping that they, stage was closer than it looked, and the TOG would actually sit on top of it. I mean, if they had managed to do that with them taking the TOG out of the premium buying ability out of the shop, and just threw in one final hurrah for those of us who do have the TOG, that would have been funnier than hell. I was planning on doing a video today, but I realized the majority of my videos were for a specific tank, so I'm gonna do a highlight here soon, well, as soon as I get more good gameplay of that tank. Now remember, it's not like, oh, 14 kills in that tank. No, it's me. Biplane with 4 years on it. I really want to make sure that everyone knows it's been 4 years. But yeah, I'm gonna hold off on that specific tank. I'm just trying to get a sense of. I kind of got the scaling down. I mean, when you look at the closest thing, which is the stage, from a downward angle, actually, it's not the greatest thing. See if I can pick something. Let me go for one of the biggest tanks I have. So yeah, it's obviously about bottom of this track height for the stage, which is about average. That means that's a pretty big base. What other big tanks do I got? The liver? No, liver's not as big. The VK. Ish. But as you can see, guys, I've not played any tanks really at all. And the tanks I'd been playing earlier were this thing, because I'm trying to go after the E50. I think it's the E50M. Let me just go check the tech tree real quick. Okay, just trying to make sure it was the right one. And yeah, the E50M. Now, the reason I had to go double check is a lot of time I mixed up with the E75, and it's just like, then why are you going down the DWQ when you already have the Tiger P? Because can't you just go straight to the Tiger? Yeah, so I've been doubting myself when I say that. But anyway, DW2. The E50, the Panther 2, the Panther, the E50M had better be worth going through this thing. Horrible. Gun? Horrible. Speed? Well, I can't complain too much, because I'm still getting the engine, but I'd rather go after the turret and move on. It is not worth the time and effort to elite this tank. It's just not. This thing, well, it's got a 75, several 75, different various lengths, and then a 75.5, a 75mm and a 55/55mm, which is better than the 75mm L70 that it gets. If I wanted this tank, I would have gotten it after the Panzer IV-H, but continuing on, it's just going to be worth it. I mean, because I've gone down the heavy line so far, all I really have to do is tracks, maybe the engine if I feel like it, the turret, and continue. But in terms of like this, it's gonna be kind of worth it to get the engine in the track, because it's gonna be a fairly decent tank. It's not gonna be like an amazing, here's a light tank that has a heavy tank gun or anything like that, but I'm really excited to get past those heavies. The DW2 and this thing. I didn't go down this route, going towards the bigger high-tier tanks, for the simple fact that this thing is basically a slow medium. I mean, 50 millimeters of hull armor, well, 55 millimeters, well, 50, if I could get my numbers right, 50 meters of armor all the way around. Let's see what the equivalent light tank has. Vehicle details. Oh, look at 50 at the front, 50 at the front of the turret, 30 at the sides, 25 at the sides of the hull, and it gets lower from there. On a light tank. Of the same nation, of the same tier. So, yeah. That's gonna be a pain. I kind of hope to have a E50M lying down soon, because I just don't want to play this thing anymore. I mean, the crew, I'm gonna end up continuing through the Tiger P to go after the Tiger, and eventually to the E100, and then from the Tiger, I want to say to the Jagdpanzer? I want to say it's a Jag... oh, wrong tank. But I can still track it. Let's see here. No, not the Jagdpanzer. The Ferdinand, and then to the Jag Tiger, which is probably what I was thinking of. But, you know, Jagdpanzer is there. So, from the Tiger P, I'm gonna go Tiger down to the E100, because why not? And then from the Tiger P up to the Ferdinand and to the Panzer E100, or the Jaeger, because why not? Main reason why I went down this way, not just VKH or this VK36H, to the Tiger, and just block myself into one route. And as you can see, I've done some pretty good work. I mean, Panzer 4H, I haven't done the best work, but for the amount of time I spent on it, I think I did fairly decent. This thing, if you are going after the E100, the Jaeger, or the Mouse, which you have to go through this to get to the Mouse, go down this line, because the only problem that I have with this tank line, which if you've seen my earlier videos, is this thing right here. Not because of the armor, because of the matchmaking. Because I have gotten into tier 6, well, tier 6 matches with this quote-quote light tank. Let me just check the stats again. Top speed, 62. Horsepower, 200. It's not going to get to that 62 speed limit anytime soon. At least when I played it. It was never going to reach that speed. But anyway, once again, happy birthday, World of Tanks. And it might be Wargaming's as well. I can only see the World of Tanks pop-up stuff as I enter the game client. So, this has been the Deathsphere13. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you want to check out more of my content, see more my World of Tanks, War Thunder, maybe the little bit of Minecraft and Call of Duty Black Ops 2 that I did, please check out my channel. If you want to keep up to date with my uploads, please subscribe. And actually, this kind of brings up something else. If you want to check out my Twitch channel, there's a link in the description. I might live stream every once in a while. I have not been lately, because there's been something going on where none of my games want to accept the higher priority level. They all want to be at normal, which normal priority while running the Google Chrome browser, the OBS, and the game itself. That's a lot of stuff. And if it's only got normal priority, it doesn't typically do so well. It's about 19 frames per second, which I can play in, but I don't think it's going to end up looking too good. So, if you want to check out my channel, Twitch channel, link, like I said, link in the description. And if you want to kind of see whenever I'm on, please follow the channel. Deathsphere13, signing out. Bye.